Live from the French Quarter, this is Eyewitness News Weekends.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Katie Steiner. Thanks so much for joining us here on Eyewitness Morning News. Now, the weather has been so nice these last couple of days. And of course, we want to know, is that weather going to hold? So we're going to go over to Dave in the Weather Center. Dave, there's lots of festivals out there today. A lot of people are really looking to you for the forecast. So good news?
Yeah, well, today not too bad.
Much, Dave. Well, after an incredibly violent week, another person was killed this morning, this time stabbed to death. It happened around 5 o'clock this morning at the intersection of Calliope and Loyola Avenue. NOPD has not told us whether the victim was male or female or what led up to that stabbing. Now today, a group is making a push for New Orleans East to leave the city of New Orleans. Citizens for the city of East New Orleans will host their second informational meeting at Trinity Lutheran Center for people living in the lower 9th Ward. The group says that since Katrina, millions of federal dollars have been given to the city, but they're not seeing it in their area. Organizers say they've gotten an overwhelming response from people about the secession from their first meeting. And it's not just people in New Orleans East, but from all over town and out of state. Now, a traffic note to pass along for all of you if you're driving around uptown this weekend. The city says that some streets along St. Charles Avenue will be closed due to a repaving project. Contractors on the project will be restripping a section of the road between Louisiana Avenue and 3rd Street. And according to a spokesman for the mayor, the $4.3 million project calls for removing damaged spots on the road and then replacing them with new, smooth pavement. Now, a recent failure of the New Orleans-based bank continues to make headlines, including this weekend in the Advocate newspaper. Here's Natalie Shepard with a preview. All right, thanks so much, Natalie. The city and the Port of New Orleans are taking a huge step towards opening up more access to the riverfront. On Thursday, the Port's Board of Commissioners unanimously approved a deal to swap the Governor Nichols and Esplanade Avenue wharfs for a public belt railroad. The mayor's office says that it plans to convert the wharfs into public parks, while port officials say taking over the railroad will help the shipping industry stay competitive. The Public Belt Railroad Commission will meet on Monday to talk about the plan. Area Girl Scout troops have teamed up with the Lieutenant Governor's office for a special event to get dads and father figures more involved. We'll have more details on the free outdoor event. Plus, we were there yesterday. The 31st annual Creole Tomato Fest gets underway today. It was absolutely delicious and the weather looks like it's going to be beautiful. Welcome back. The Creole Tomato Festival is officially underway. It all started just a couple of minutes ago at 8 o'clock this morning at the Old U.S. Mint. Now there's going to be plenty of amazing local food dishes, of course, with Creole tomatoes, Bloody Marys, and live music all weekend long. Admission to the 31st annual Creole Tomato Festival is completely free. The festival lasts through 5 p.m. on Sunday, and luckily, Dave is going to give us a beautiful forecast for Creole Tomato Fest. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Katie.
Dave, I love how optimistic you are putting that third game on the forecast. Well, Coach Paul Maneri says his Tigers are focused heading into this weekend's Super Regional game against Dave's Mississippi State. And a preview of this match and look at the Tigers and how they might extend their winning streak into Omaha. Next in sports. Welcome back. America's first all-wood high-rise building is set to be constructed in Oregon, and this is so Portland. Portland officials approved a construction permit for the 11-story building. The building is going to be called Framework and will have offices and housing all wrapped in Oregon timber. Now, the architect of the all-wood building thinks that this could be the new trend in the U.S. and a sustainable way to build.
And I think this will be a destination for people to come and see what we think is the future of building.
Construction for the framework will get started this fall and should be done by the end of next year. We have lots more coming up in the next half hour of the show. President Trump speaks out after James Comey testifies on Capitol Hill. Plus, there are new details into Tiger Woods' DUI, what he told police when they stopped him. And a new study shows what travelers want most from the airlines. And welcome back to the Eyewitness Morning News. Gosh, that shot is so beautiful.
So pretty this morning.
So nice outside and perfect for the festivals, for the baseball games.
Yep.
I am just going to live in my alternate reality where the humidity isn't going to ever come and I don't have to worry about that.
It's going to be a big difference tomorrow.
All right, thanks so much, Dave. We will enjoy it today. President Trump fired back at his former FBI director's testimony before the Senate Intelligence Committee. Now, on Thursday, James Comey accused the president of lying. But yesterday, President Trump said that Comey is the one who hasn't been truthful. Mola Langley has the latest from the White House. The president's personal attorney said he is going to file a complaint with the Justice Department Inspector General. He says that Comey released sensitive information. Now, a spokesman for Bill Cosby says the actor-comedian may be taking the stand at his own sexual assault trial. If so, the 79-year-old would face intense cross-examination, and it would prevent jurors from hearing about the more than 60 other women who say he assaulted them during the 1960s. Cosby is on trial, accused of drugging and sexually assaulting a woman at his Philadelphia home back in 2004. Prosecutors rested their case yesterday, and the defense starts its case on Monday. Now, we are learning more details about what Tiger Woods was doing the night he was arrested for DUI. If you remember, officers found Woods asleep at the wheel of his Mercedes around 2 a.m. 2 weeks ago. He blew a 0.0, which backs up his claim that he had a, quote, unexpected reaction to prescription medication. He had back surgery in April. Woods told officers that he had taken a Xanax along with other prescription pills, including Vicodin. Now, the FDA warns that if you mix powerful pain meds like Vicodin and anti-anxiety medication like Xanax, it may cause a, quote, powerful sedation, respiratory depression, coma, and death. Now, a new survey shows that 90% of Americans fear airlines need to improve its services. My dad's a pilot, so I'll have him work on this one. 58% of Americans say that their flying frustrations may make them skip flying entirely, rather than just drive instead of take to the skies. And more than 8 in 10 people say that airlines would need to offer at least $1,000 in order for them to give up their seat on an overbooked flight. Now, Ford is offering buyout packages to about 15,000 salaried workers in North America and Asia. The move is in an effort to boost profits during slowing sales in the United States and in China. The company said its aim is to trim 1,400 employees, and about 10% of white-collar workforce could take that buyout. Now, it's an ongoing debate for music lovers, Pandora or Spotify. Well, Pandora is trying to better compete with Spotify. The online music service is selling a 19% stake to SiriusXM Radio for $480 million. The deal is part of a move to raise cash in order to help Pandora take on Spotify and other competitors. Pandora will also make another $200 million by selling Ticketfly to Eventbrite. Now, most drivers and passengers are a little nervous about self-driving cars and sharing the road with them, but many people in the industry are trying to make us feel a little bit better about those self-driving cars. Chris Martinez took a ride in one of the cars, and he has more on how engineers are trying to give passengers a peace of mind. I don't know, even if my car gives me a welcome message, I still think I want to drive it. Well, you might want to urge your kids to ditch all that delicious sugary cereal in the morning. Coming up, why eggs can be an important part of the diet for some kids. I just had them this morning. Plus, women-driven plays are taking center stage at the upcoming Tony Awards. Welcome back. The people that are in charge of youth football nationwide are testing a new version of the game for younger players. USA Football is introducing its Rookie Tackle pilot program to 11 leagues in 9 different states. Now, the closest one is in Austin, Texas. So Jeff Glore has more on USA Football's effort to keep kids and fans involved in the game. Here's a look at some of the week's top health headlines. If you're having a baby here soon, you might want to avoid drinking soda, even diet soda. Researchers found that women with gestational diabetes who drank 1 diet soda a day nearly doubled the risk of their kid becoming obese by the age of 7. Diet sodas can also increase the risk of premature birth. Now, experts recommend that pregnant women just drink water. Dog lovers rejoice. A new study found that having a dog could be great for your health. Older adults stay more active when they own dogs, walking an extra 22 minutes every day. Researchers say that more physical activity for a longer time may improve seniors' quality of life and help with their brain function. Now, researchers shows that eating eggs can be an important part of some kids' diets. Danielle Nottingham reports. You can get to the Tony Awards right here on Channel 4 at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Now, while a trucker made a stop in Virginia a few weeks ago, she lost her cat. And she was pretty upset about it, but she had to get back on the road and she thought she'd never see him again. But then a Good Samaritan found the cat and was able to reunite pet and owner. Kim Chung has more. Is adorable. Sharon is incredibly thankful for Jimmy for finding Freddie, but she's also thankful to her boss for giving her the opportunity to drive from Ohio all the way to Virginia just for Freddie. Well, it wasn't the magical experience one group hoped for at Disneyland last night. Details on that situation that forced a hazmat team to the theme park coming up after the break. Well, it was quite a false alarm at the happiest place on earth last night. Take a look at this. Hazmat crews had to be called out to Disneyland during its Main Street electrical parade. A supposed hazardous material fell on a group of adults and kids while they were enjoying the parade. Turns out the hazardous material, it was bird droppings. Apparently, a flock of geese showered a group of 11 adults and 6 kids in droppings as they flew over Main Street. So disgusting. Hopefully it didn't ruin the trip, but I don't know about you, Dave. I think that bird doo-doo is pretty hazardous, and I might consider that hazardous material.
It is. It's supposed to be good luck if you get hit by it too, right?
Oh, it's disgusting.
It's still nothing I'd want to deal with.
Oh, geez. Well, there's so much this weekend. We've got all the festivals.
Yep.
We've got the big baseball games, and I don't understand how you think that your team is going to even come close to LSU.
The top 2 storied teams
No
in
way.
the SEC baseball. It's going to be a great series.
No
No
way.
LSU fans have been giving me, whatever all week, but you know what? Go Bulldogs, Hail State.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We're going to continue our baseball conversation right here.